Hey y'all, today I'm doing a come to work with me vlog again, but today is just not my best day. I just came into town last night after 11:30 at night, so I'm extremely tired. I did get up a little bit after, I want to say 10 or 11 this morning to run a couple of errands, and then I went back home to lay down for an hour or so, and now I'm at work. This week has been a real busy week. I've had a lot of work to complete that was added to our work task at school. So I have been dealing with trying to manage my time wisely to try to get it done. But right now I just got to work. I got report, and now I'm about to go through my task list and see what all is due at 4 or whatever treatments is due this evening. But for right now, there's nothing really to update you guys on. What else? I think that's about it for right now. I'm just going to go ahead and check and see what's going on, and then I have to work on some of my work assignments that have dropped into my learning queue, so that's going to be fun. Not really, but I will keep you guys posted throughout the night, and hopefully tonight goes by fast because I'm extremely tired and I'm ready to get in my bed. I do have to work tomorrow, and then I have to go right back to my apartment on Sunday, so I'm going to continue dropping these vlogs as much as I can. With me having so much to do, but I want to keep my page going, so like I said, I will keep you guys updated throughout today, and that's about it. So I will keep updating you guys and talk to you guys later.
Yeah. Hey, feeling young, but they treat me like the OG, and they want the T on me. I swear these bitches nosy. Said he put some money on my head, I guess we gon' see. I won't put no money on this shit, my niggas owe me. I gotta be single for a while, you can't control me. Uno, those traits in a race, they can't hold me. And I show my face in a case, so you know it's me. Imitation isn't flattery, it's just annoying me. And I'm too about it. And the dirt that they threw on my name turned to soil, and I grew about it. Time for y'all to figure out what y'all gon' do about it. Big wheels keep rolling, rolling. I'm outside, 29, G5, seaside. I've been losing friends and finding peace. But honestly, that sounds like a fair trade to me if I ever heard one. Full body. Yeah.
Work. To me, I can work. See me do me dirt. Just tell me about that work. When you walk a line. In the cafe, drive me a dessert. Nothing to be lurking.
Yeah.
You make a like, now you don't like it. You know I dealt with you the nicest. Nobody touched me in the rice. Nobody text me in a crisis. I believe that all of your dreams are duration. You took my heart, all my keys, and my patience. You took my heart, I must leave a decoration. You mistaken my love, I brought for you for foundation. All that I wanted from you was to give me something that I never had, something that you never seen, something that you never been. But I wake up and nothing's wrong. Just get ready to work.
Another thing, the patient that I had to give the breathing treatment to, he was walking up the hall with an O2 tank in his hand. That is a no-no in my book, because if you guys have already started talking about oxygen therapy tanks and everything, you know that oxygen tanks being handled carelessly can result in a huge mess. So what I am doing now, before I even start his treatment, because I don't feel comfortable letting that tank just be loose like that, and even knowing that he's even walking around like that. So I got a, I can't even catch my breath, but I got a wheeling cart thing. I forgot what they call it, but you can basically put his tank in this and securely roll it down the hallway with no problems, so that they won't be calling me saying that it blew up or something. So that's another thing to be mindful of. It doesn't hurt to go the extra mile because it keeps your patient safe and keep you comfortable at the end of the day, conscious wise. So I'm going back upstairs to give him his treatment and to put his tank in this thing.
To get done, that work come over. We just need to slow the motion. Don't get out of the way to no one. Long distance, I need you. When I see potential, I just gotta see it through. If you had a twin, I would still choose you. I don't wanna rush into it if it's too soon, but I know you need to get done. If you come over, sorry if I'm way less friendly. I got niggas tryna end me. Oh, yeah. I spilled all my emotions tonight. I'm sorry. Rolling.
Hey you guys, I am home, settled in, just finished eating, and I'm just chilling for right now. Class was good today. As I stated in the morning when I was talking to y'all in the parking lot in my car, we did indeed have a pop quiz. It was okay. I did a lot better than I did before. It isn't to the point where I passed it, but I'm so used to making higher grades. So whenever I make something less than an A or a B, it just kind of sits with me where I kind of feel weird about it. And then once I actually take the test again, I can kind of do a lot better. But I know where my weakest points is right now. Like with time tests, I don't have a problem or anxiety like I used to when it came to doing time tests. I think what gets me is the fact that I like to read over the questions multiple times before actually submitting my answer, just to be sure that that's what I want to choose. But I have to work on that, because a lot of times I get the answers correct that I spend a lot of time on, but then when I run out of time, I end up having to click on selecting anything because I'm out of time and I don't want to submit my test empty-handed. So I was like, next time I take my test, I just have to work on that. But this Wednesday we are meeting in small groups to work on, I guess, our weakest areas that we feel like we needed to improve on. So that's something that I am looking forward to doing. I did look over some of the stuff that we did go over today, which was the mechanical ventilation, and I did review PFTs as well. The little clip that I did put in here showing you guys some formulas and graphs and stuff that I did mark on there, that was my cheat sheet that I'm practicing to take my boards. So every time that I study, I just started kind of going through all of the material so I can kind of have an idea of what all I want on my cheat sheet. So once I did that last night, I started to put together some things to kind of see like what all I can remember right off the top, and also just continue on writing as well. So everything that I did show you guys on that paper is what I did write down as my cheat sheet, but I'm not going to be able to just write all of that down during boards. I may be able to, but I would just have to practice as far as like my speed with it, because you only get a certain amount of time to answer each question. Because for those who are either just starting their program or somewhat at the 50% mark, I don't know if your instructors have already told you, but there are a total of 160 questions, but 20 of those questions are dummy questions. But the worst thing about it, they don't tell you which ones don't count. So you only get about 4 hours to answer all 160 of them. And then you have to make at least a 92 or higher to even be eligible to take your sims once you pass your TMC. So that's something that I'm trying to get better with, because I don't want to fail my boards because I'm running out of time, and I could be on the right path as far as getting all my answers right, my questions right, and everything. So that was something that I did want to put in there. I also am going to continue going through section D and E, which is still the PFT and mechanical vent. Tomorrow I'm going to start patient assessment, which is section A in the Kettering book. So that's something that I am going to do. I went ahead and meal prep today, which is probably around the same thing that I had. Well, it is the same thing I had before. So sometimes I be in the mood to eat the same things all the time. I'll switch it up here and there, but a lot of times it's not really anything different. But that's all that I think went on today. I didn't really do too much because we did stay in class all day. So when I got home, I just mainly just kind of like made my dinner and made my lunch really, because I'm gonna probably make me something small later on, or probably eat me a bowl of cereal, I'm not sure. But I just went ahead and made me some lunch. I ate lunch, and then I kind of went through some stuff that I'm going to need to start, because I had a really good regimen that I used all the time when it came to studying and stuff. But like I had mentioned to y'all in my work vlog, since I have been in my last semester of the program, all the other semesters of getting no sleep, constantly studying all times of the night, and just everything that I did to make sure I stayed on top of things have caught up with me. And I think that that's what's happening here. But as far as my studying, you can know every element to everything that your instructors teach you over the semesters while you're in the program. But when it comes to the catering, it's just it will make you feel like you don't know anything, because of everything that was taught to you is taught in a different way. But once you learn the catering way, you can just blow through your MBRC testing with no problems. Because from what I've gotten from the recording that we got with our catering package, they make the catering hard, but the MBRC is not as hard as the catering. They make the catering harder because that is what's going to help you take your MBRC really quickly and make the test seem not so bad, especially if you're prepared for it. So that is something that I am, contemplating when it comes to like my time management, when it comes to answering these questions, and still having some time to kind of look over it and making sure that I'm secure with what I chose. But other than that, I think that time management is my biggest thing, and I'm going to continue working on that. But as far as the material that I showed you guys in my catering book, I feel like I'm getting it. It's retaining. It's just that, again, like I said, time management. The workbook is a pretty good source of studying material that does help you kind of understand a better way of answering the questions and how they're asking the questions. But the only thing that I can say is that the workbook can be very time consuming, and I feel like we all are human, and we all know that ain't nobody finna sit here and try to like take their time doing this workbook. I'd rather just go through the catering study guide, answer the workbook to get the homework done, then go back and look at it, because we have to turn these books in whatever section we're assigned to get our grades for homework and participation as well, and a completion grade. So I'd rather just get that started, get it done, and that's it. But other than that, I am okay with how everything is starting to roll in together, especially using the audio as well. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to relax, because I've been sitting on this couch for probably about an hour or two. And probably later on tonight, I'm going to continue studying and practicing my cheat sheet. And then I'm going to review some of the sections as well. And then tomorrow I'm going to start my routine again, and I'm going to get up probably around 8 and 9 to kind of get my day started, and then go ahead and make me a nice little simple breakfast and study for 2 hours. And then after that, I'm going to rest and then try to get my routine back in motion, because Wednesday we have to go to school in small groups, and just to kind of have like a remediation thing with going over the sections that we went over today, including the pop quiz, because she did tell me that we are going to have pop quizzes every week on catering, and then we're going to gradually increase with more questions every week until they start giving us practice TMCs to finish in its entirety. And maybe even tomorrow as well, I'm going to start doing some of the practice question on MBRC, and then look into possibly just going through. I'm not going to do like the whole 160 because I'm not ready for that. I'll probably do like maybe 60 questions or maybe even 100 questions. I don't know. But I'm going to probably try to just do some at a time to see where my thought process is and how I'm answering my questions and everything like that. But I'm going to wrap this scene up right here because I need to go and do a few things and kind of get ready for tomorrow because I like to be prepared. And then I will see you guys a little bit later on, if not today, the end of the night. I'll probably see you guys tomorrow. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow.
We just need a face to face. You can pick the time and the place. You will spend some time away. Now you need to forward and give me all the work.
Just something I want to put out there, you guys. I ended up buying the wrong ink. I don't know why I had 63 in my head, because I just felt like I had purchased that one before, but obviously it was 61. So luckily, by the grace of God, I did not open the package. So I'm going to take that back to Office Max so I can trade it out for the correct one and go ahead and print out what I needed to. Luckily, I have to go back to Office Max anyway because I have to go and pick up my 2 catering books that I had rebinded. My pizza is still cooking in there. I'm probably going to leave a little bit after my pizza gets done because I feel like if I leave it in there, I'm going to come back and it's going to be burnt, even if I turn it down to as low as I can. Because I did that once and I was only running in Walmart to get something. By the time I got back here, it wasn't like black to the point where it wasn't no smoke or nothing. It was just, the crust had got really, really hard, and it was just, at this point, it was like eating bricks. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and let my pizza cook in the oven. Then I'm going to head out to Office Max to pick up my order, and then I also have to remind myself to take out the trash in my car, because I collected all the trash in my apartment before I left to take to the dumpster, but I left it in my car and drove straight past it. Luckily, I buy the trash bags that have the odor guard on it, so I don't expect that to smell my car up or anything, because there's nothing really in it but just like anything that I threw out as far as cleaning out my fridge, stuff like that, or stuff that I know I'm not gonna eat anymore that may have gone bad or something like that. And when I mean go bad, I don't mean like I got food in there with mold on it or nothing like that. I mean more so like expired yesterday, and I'm not going to take a chance of still eating it because my stomach is sensitive to certain things. That's why if y'all ever see me cooking or anything that I post, I eat the same stuff all the time. That's just my thing. And if I go out to eat or anything with my friends or something, I will, kind of pick something different. And that's how I just save trying new things when I go out, to kind of make it like, okay, she went out this place. Ooh, I like what she ordered, that type of thing. So I try to keep it different with everything. But yeah, I showed y'all my pen. It was by these people, Toll. I think I'm saying it. I don't know if it's like a different accent, Tolle or something like that. I'm not sure. But that is what was going on. Because I wanted to say, like, dang, I was ready to print my stuff out, get ready. And next thing you know, I bought the wrong ink. So I got to make sure I go back and get that changed out. Hopefully they have black and color when I go in there, because I'm kind of running low on both of them. I think it's pretty much squeezed as dry as it can. So I'm going to definitely do that. That's probably about it. I do want to tell y'all that tomorrow we're doing small groups. Later on last night, they did send us out an email later on telling us that we were to report to class tomorrow. So that's like no clinicals for me tomorrow. I am excited about that, because sometimes one day is enough, but 2 days is just like, and then when you have to work 12 hours too the next day and all the way into the weekend, that's kind of like a drag as well. So that's something most definitely that I'm not, I just feel like one clinical day is okay. It's okay. I feel like it's okay. Anything other than that is just ridiculous. And that's just my opinion, because some people want to be at their clinical sites. Like, I love my clinical site, I do, but with that on top of work and everything, and then the commute that I have to do, is kind of like OMG. And sometimes it can be a bit much, and I just can't. So that's mainly what is going on here with that tomorrow. And anything as far as today, I'm not going to film in class tomorrow, because it's basically a go hard or go home type of thing. And with us getting so close to being done with school, and graduation is like literally around the corner, I want to kind of get on top of things. And with my order having to be like at least 2 hours after I dropped it off, or it kind of put me a little bit behind in my studying. But luckily I've already started, so it's not like it's new material for me. She did give us a new chapter in neonatal, our neonatal class, so I will start on that probably tomorrow, or maybe look on it tonight. I'm gonna pick through some of the stuff today to look at what is more important for me to know. Everything is important, but in this case, with us having limited time before graduation is right around the corner, I have to just go through and look at what is mainly going to be a question that she's going to ask. And like I said, reading all the rationales is very, very important. You never want to not pay attention to anything that's in bold rationales, just anything, because those are like the most important things that they're going to ask you on exams. So just pay attention to that. If you have book material, or if you have study material, anything like that, that's going to be very, very important, because that's something that sticks out to you in your textbook or in your study material. So always pay attention to that, and take notes of that, because 9 times out of 10 is going to be on exam. So I'm going to run through that tonight, and then kind of look over everything I have to do. And then I'm going to eat lunch, and then start my study material, printing out stuff that I need to print out for work, and also just updated information of things that I needed to print out for the long run. And some stuff I need to have in color, because I do have to do, I have to turn that in, and some people it just sticks out better to me to have it in color. So that's why I'm wanting to get everything. And plus, with my scholarship through the school, I can turn that into them, and they reimburse it to me that way, because they don't write you a check for whatever you're needing, because nobody knows how much it's going to cost. You only can estimate. So I'm going to go ahead and change this ink out, let them pay the invoice for my binding and stuff, and then I'm going to send a picture and email it to the scholarship department for them to go ahead and reimburse me for what I spent for school. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to leave, because I think my pizza is almost done. So I'm going to let that, just turn the stove off and leave, and then I will check in with you guys a little bit later.
Don't close your eyes to get away. Just make my mind and I'll arrange it. Beautiful girl, you're stainless. You'll be fine, I'll be painless, yeah. All I'm drinking is champagne. All you want is the same thing.
Yeah. The 10,000 building, get your ass an apartment, put you inside a G-class, that's just a starter kit. Plenty things count in life, but none of them is the thought of it. New piece around my neck is chess games, cause shorty stay with calculated moves like Beth Harmon. Swear I'm more Purple Rain Prince than Prince Charming. Disappointment, I stay expecting it.
Figured this would be a little bit better, but I got these wraps right here, cold brew. Just really excited about that. My corn nuggets. I did get some, but y'all don't judge me. I got green bananas, because I'm not in a hurry to eat these just yet, but I've been slacking on eating bananas. I think the last one I ate was like a while ago, so I got them green, so I don't have to rush to eat these. So whichever one turns yellow the quickest, I will eat that and take that, because sometimes, I'm not even gonna lie, I like to just grab a banana and some orange juice and eat that for breakfast only, because these bananas will fill you up pretty fast. If you get like the smaller ones, that's fine, but me, I like to get the big ones, because they do fill you up along with the orange juice. So that's something that I've always done over the years, especially when I was like early vegan. I did get this Korean barbecue. I'm kind of curious about trying this because I really do love Asian food and Korean dishes, depending on which one I try. But normally I'll get like the basic stuff, and that was when I was eating meat, and then I've gone places where I've gotten tofu and everything. So I was curious about trying this, and it has like all the sesame seeds and stuff at the bottom, so I already know this is probably good on the flavors and the spices. So I'm gonna cook with that probably next week. And then I showed y'all my if I can get it open. I showed y'all I had got this Simply Peach. I think this one is good. I'm not sure if it was this one. It might have been by Tropicana. I'm not sure, but it was one of the new flavors that Simply came out with that was really good. So I just bought this one because I really didn't feel like going anywhere else, because I thought I was going to have to stop by 2 stores. But since I was able to find everything I needed in Target, that was good. And I love my orange juice with no pulp. I can't stand all that because I think with that pulp it gives me really bad acid reflux, and I'm just not. I've been doing so good without getting acid reflux since I've changed my water and everything. Hey you guys, just checking in. I'm here at Clinicals. The day is almost over. It's been pretty busy today, can't complain. Right now I just finished putting the ventilator together after cleaning it and weaning a patient that just had some outpatient surgery that required intubation. Took them off, they tolerated everything well, and put them on nasal cannula. He's doing good so far. Just finished getting an ABG from a line. That was fun. It's very simple, but it is kind of scary in the beginning. But I was able to do it with no problem. And also a lot of the nurses up here are very helpful. So that was something that I really did like and enjoy. Right now I'm just waiting for my preceptor to come back. She had to go to a patient's room while I was putting the vent together, so she told me it was fine that I stayed in to finish doing what I had to do. The BiPAP also has to be put together. I'm gonna go ahead and do that after she gets back, because I know she has to charge out everything, so I don't want to have to do too much. So especially if I need some assistance, because I'm still, new to a couple of things here. But I really do like this facility. I like the fact that everyone works together as a team. Nothing has been off, or, as far as, the mood-wise. Today was a really good day. The only plans that I have for tonight is just to study my kettering, and also just try to not overdo it to where I'm, staying up too late. But definitely I am going to get some rest tonight. I got some good rest yesterday, and I was feeling pretty good this morning, but I still was, kind of burnt out a little bit. So definitely going to try to call it a night and get up early enough where I can get my day started and start doing what I have to do, because I want to pass my exit exam and get ready to graduate and walk, because that's my goal right now, is just to pass my exit exam so I can walk, graduate, and then focus solely on my board exams and then do what I need to do. So I will talk to you guys a little bit later on, and I will
See you guys later.